Hello guys and welcome back to this channel. So I know the past weeks I haven't been able to catch up with you guys or to analyze the 714 method for you guys. I just got back and I hope you guys will pardon me for that. So let's pick off from where we stopped, right? Last week was the week that I started trading the 714 method again. And I obviously know that most of you guys have been trading it the other weeks before even last week, right? So indirectly, you guys have been making some monies from it, right? But let's look at last week and see what happens. I mean, I'll try and see if you guys want me to analyze from 2 weeks ago. You can just say it in the comment section, then I'll just go there and I'll go and do it immediately, right? But let's look at last week because that's the closest week to this week, right? So let's see what happened during last week's 714 method, right? So Monday was pretty simple, right? Let's just analyze this very quick and we'll move on with the day, right? Because we have different trades to actually take today, right? So let's see what happened. So now, if you look at this, you obviously realize that we're in what's a downtrend on what's Monday. So on Monday, we're in what's a very nice downtrend. And what we are expecting to see after this nice downtrend is what's an uptrend, right? Pretty much simple. It wasn't a big deal, right? Now, I've told you guys when you're going to enter into this trade, just try your best and do what? Just analyze the trend first, right? So when we are going to analyze the trend first, let's just look at this level right here. We'll eventually understand that price just what took off from this level right here, came all the way to this high, went all the way down, then broke the structure right there, right? So if we draw our line just about here, right here, so we realize that price broke through it right here, right? So indirectly, the trend is also telling us that we are what we are in an uptrend. So there's no need for you to hesitate into entering into a trade with the 714 method, right? Now, where do we find our entry? If you look at this right here, you understand the price came down and tested this level how many times? That's just 3 times, right? So we have this level right here. You can see this buy right here, this enormous buy around this level right here. So price came and tested it once, it came and tested it twice again. So how could you have entered into this trade? You could have entered into this trade using two different strategies or using two different methods, right? One, the one that I used on Monday, pretty much simple. You just draw your what? Your orders right here. You place your orders right here. Then because this level is what a pretty nice high right here, you're supposed to put your what's your stop loss below it, just below this level right here, just in case price comes back to hit that level right there. But this is the place that price will enter. You do what you enter your buy, right? Then you'll be willing to extend what stop loss to at least 1:3, right? Or 1:4, which is if you have your what's your first stop loss, right? Your first take profit right here, sorry. So your take profit should be at least 1:2 or 1:4, right? So if this is your first take profit right here, let's just say right here, then your second take profit will obviously be twice that amount, right? So the rest you can actually just do what? Try your best and leave your third TP. You don't put it, just leave it until you see a what? A market structure shift, right? Which is what? A very simple thing. If price pull up to your what your first TP, then we'll see price moving, see price come to your second TP, price is still moving, then we see something like this. So this right here is a what? The market structure shift. Then you get out of the trade, right? It's a very simple thing. So that's just it. This should have been your setup on Monday. It was a very simple trade. We obviously know price was going up. So this was just where you need to enter into your trade. Or if you think price wasn't going to come back to this level right here, you could have just entered around this level again. As you can see, price closed in a very nice manner just around this level. So you could have entered, but your stop loss still needed to be what's below this level right here, this support right here, right? So that's just it. Or you could have waited for price to break through this level right here, just break through it, probably a retest, or when we just see any break of structure, then you use it as your entry, right? So that's how simple it is. Now let's look at the trade and see what happened. So as you can see, price could have come down, then pick your trade from this level. And because our stop loss is below this support right here, we know that we are safe, right? So let's see. Now, just within some couple of minutes, your first TP could have been hit pretty much easy. Then you just wait for your second TP to get hit, right? Now, that's just the simplest way to do it. Your second TP could have been hit. Now, when you look at the 714 method, at times it's just a smooth trade. If you know that you are someone who cannot be watching the charts every time, right? It's not every day that you are supposed to trade, even though every day we have nice moves, but it's not even every day you're supposed to trade. But if you cannot be looking at the charts every day or all the time throughout the day, use the 714 method because sometimes it's just easy, just that sometimes it's pretty hard to understand, right? So that's just it. And when you look at it, you just leave the trade for a while, right? Now you could have gotten out of the trade around this level right here. That's the market structure shifts. If your 30p could have wasn't hit at the moment, you could have gotten out of the trade right here. But if you think you were someone who is just waiting for price to do what, make a retracement and push all the way up, you still could have left the trade, or you still could have been in the trade. That's for your own sake, right? But you should have gotten out of the trade around this level. You see that after a market structure shifts, when you look at this, price pull all the way up, came back down, push all the way up, and did what, change a character right here. So anytime you see a change of character, you just have to get out of the trade because the trend is now changing into a what, a bearish trend, right? Not actually a bullish trend at the moment. You can see that we are coming all the way down. Simple as that. So that's just it for Monday. Let's go to Tuesday and see what actually happened. So let's look at Tuesday. Now, Tuesday was one of the days that if you did not use what, a trend analysis, you wouldn't have known where the 714 method is going, right? But that's just by the way. I've told you guys to do it all the time, right? So let's look at Tuesday and see what actually happened. So now when we look at Tuesday, let's first of all do what? Draw our levels. It was a very simple trade, right? One of the easiest trade of the week was on Tuesday, right? A pretty simple trade. Now, if you look at this right now, you pretty much understand that price was in a what, an equal trend. I've talked about these equal trends before. Price did what, it started just up here, pulled all the way down, and we went all the way up to our what, our origin, right? So indirectly, price is in an equal trend. Now, if price is in an equal trend, what do? We just have a very simple way of entering into trades using the equal trends. We mark our high and we do what? We mark our low. Anywhere price crosses, we are entering into a buy, right? Or a sell, right? Simple. If price crosses above this, we enter into a buy and we push up. If price crosses below here, we do what? We enter into a sell and we push all the way down. Very much simple as that. Now, if you wanted more confirmation, right? Or if you wanted to actually know where the trend is going, whether it's going to be a very long trade or a very short trade, you could have just simply did what? A trend analysis, which was very simple on Tuesday, right? Because we were at a very nice high right here. So when you look at this level right here, you understand that this other block was just too good, right? Price came and tested it around this level. When you look at this, for instance, price left this other block right here, pushed all the way down, went all the way back to it, tested it around this level, pushed all the way down to do what? Pull liquidity from this level right here. And we pushed all the way up to it again. I mean, we tried breaking through it, but we couldn't, and price pushed all the way back down, giving us that equal trend in the what, the 714 method. So indirectly, even if you are not going to use the 714 method and price pushes through this, we might get a retest into this level again, and that's it. We are pushing all the way up because this is a major level that we just broke through, right? It's a very simple thing. Now you could have waited for a confirmation, meaning you could have waited for price to push through it, come back and retest it. Now, when it breaks through this level, giving you a break of structure, then you enter into a trade, right? That's what I did because most of the times price can still just break through a level like this and we'll see a very nice drop, right? So that's what I did. I just waited for a little while. Now let's see how you could have entered into this trade. This is an equal trend. You do what? You mark your levels right here. This is your topmost part of the trend during the 714 method, and this is your last low, right? Inside the 714 method. Now, either way, when this is broken through, you are selling. When this is broken through, you are buying. So let's see what happens. If you look at it, just after the 714 method period elapses, price just push all the way up, breaking through this major level right here. Now, when price breaks through it, I've told you we might get a pretty nice retest just into this level right here before we push all the way up. So if you were someone who actually know how to enter into a trade using a what breakout and retest, you could have already gotten into a trade when price is pushing all the way back into this level right here, right? But I actually did not because I just needed a what confirmation. This was my entry right here. Price gets to this level right here. I'm doing what I'm entering into the trade. Now let's see what happened. So as you can see, price actually push all the way down to this level just to pull what liquidity and test this level way much, right? Price wanted to test it again before it actually pushes through. Now that's why sometimes it's just good for you to wait for a little while. If your account size was very small, you realize that you might have gotten stuff out because some people enter into it huge, even though they know their account size cannot put a stop loss right here, right? But you should remember stop losses are very important. Even if your account size is small, which I'll be sharing my brokers. I use only two brokers, right? One is for a smaller account and the other one is for a very big account. Now, the smaller account, if you want, you can even use a cent account, right? What's a cent account? It will help you. Like for instance, when you're depositing $10, then you just deposits $10 into a cent account, it looks like $1,000, right? Then with that, you can be entering into your 0.01, 0.02, those type of trades. It wouldn't affect the cent account that much, right? So I'll be dropping them. I've been dropping them on all my videos inside their links are inside. You can just go and tap. So that's just by the way. Now, this is why you're supposed to always wait for a very nice retest because when you look at this level, it's a strong level, right? So after that, price eventually got to my entry right here, and I also got into the trade. Pretty much simple. Now I know most of you guys were already in the trade right here, but it doesn't really matter that much, right? What matters is the amounts that you are making. With this, I know for sure that it's confirmed. Price is pushing up. Now I can enter in as much as I want. Even if my account size is small, I can still enter in as much as I want. If it's big, then I'm just going to be entering into this trade in a way that I don't even think is going to be good, right? But that's just it. You enter into it like you are a mad person, then you just wait for price to do its magic. Now we could have used 1:2 for your first TP around this level right here. Then you do what you just try your best and maximize it or multiply it to get your second TP around somewhere right here. Now, when that is achieved, you just do what you leave your third TP, right? I enter into three trades at the moment, so you leave your third TP. Just leave it. Don't put this thing, a take profits right there. Just leave it until you see a break of structure, a change of character rather. So that's just it, a very simple thing. Now let's see what actually happened, right? So as I've said, with this, you already know price is going up, so it's just going to be a free move, right? There's nothing that is going to stop price again. We are just pushing all the way up. Pretty much easy, pretty much simple, right? Now, when your first TP is taken, what do you do? As usual, you try your best and pull your stop loss to where break even, right? So just bring it to break even so that you be safe in case price push all the way back, right? But on this day, price did not because we actually went all the way up to our second TP, right? Which was very simple and very fast. So as you can see, price actually got to our second TP pretty much simple right there, as you can see. A very simple trade. So it's a very simple thing. Now you could have just waited to see where price is going to go. When you see what's a change of character, you get out of the trade, right? But when you look at this level right here, so let's analyze it. So when you look at price at the moment, you can see that we pushed all the way up, pull back down. We went all the way up, breaking through this level right here, push back down, push all the way up, breaking through another level. That's a break of structure. We push all the way down, went up, came all the way down to this level and push again, breaking structure around this level too. So when you see our last low just got taken around this level, right? So indirectly, this right here is what a change of character. And you get out of the trade. Pretty much simple at the moment. So you should have gotten out of the trade right there. This level right here. So let me change this. So this level right here should have been where you should have gotten out of the trade when you look at it, right? Pretty much simple. This right here is our what change of character right here. That's obviously on the 5 minute time frame, right? Simple as that, and you are good to go, right? So let's go to Wednesday and see what actually happened, right? Now on Wednesday was pretty much different, right? It was very different. Now, most of you guys, I know some people wouldn't have gotten it on Wednesday, right? Because it was very easy. But if you hadn't been on a trade or if you did not actually look at the trend for a while, you wouldn't have understood where we are going to, right? It's pretty much simple. So first of all, let's just try our best and let me show you something very small, right? So when we go to Monday's high, you realize that when Tuesday broke it, gives us a very nice. That's why sometimes I've always told people that I know, don't actually just do what get rid of. Don't actually get rid of highs and lows when you mark them, or highs that have been broken through and tested. Don't get rid of them because price can eventually come back and test it again. So when you look at Monday's high, it was pretty much simple, right? This gives us a very nice trade on what's on Wednesday. A very nice trade, right? It gives us a very nice trade on Wednesday because when you look at this level right here, on Monday we went through it, right? On Monday we came to it rather on Monday, then we pushed all the way down. Tuesday we broke through it at this level right here, then we retested it. Now on Wednesday, what happened? Price came all the way down to it, retested it. This was a sniper entry. It was so good that, like, when you were inside the trade, you felt like, no, this is a very good trade. Gives us this nice sniper entry right there. Pretty much simple, right? Before we go to this, what 714 method. Now, when you look at it, what is happening? This is our last high right here. So indirectly, we just came all the way down to this level and we are pushing out to do what? Break through this level right here. So you already know we are in an uptrend, right? Pretty much simple. If you don't even understand we are in an uptrend, just try your best and analyze just only this level right here. When you analyze only this level right here, you understand that we are in an uptrend. How are we in an uptrend with analyzing that level right? So let's forget that price dropped all the way to this level right. Let's forget about it for a moment. It had a retracement all the way to this level right here without a what? A change of character. There wasn't a change of character right here. That was just a full blown nice retracement, right? Price came down, pushed all the way up to this level, giving us our what? This is a higher low because we are not below the what? The last lower low, right? Then price now gives us a lower low as compared to this right here, not this right here. Then we push all the way up, breaking, changing character right here. So this was our change of character. Price was just pulling back to do what? To push all the way up, or probably to hit this level again, just have a little what pullback, then we'll push all the way up. So even if you were not in the 714 method, or even if we hadn't reached the 714 method, you already know that price was doing what? Price was just pushing all the way up, right? Pretty much simple thing to know. It's That's how simple it was. Now we reached the 714 method, right? And we're in a what? An uptrend. If you look at it, we're in a very nice uptrend, right? But you already know that price is going up, right? Price is not coming down, price is going up. So what do you do at this moment, right? What do you do? All you need to do is just try your best and mark this level right here. When price breaks through this level right here, that's another what? break of structure right there, then you enter into your trade, or you just wait to see any price action around here that shows that no, price is actually going pushing all the way up. Then enter into your trade, because if the 714 method is telling us that we are in an uptrend, right? Indirectly, price might just make a little push either to this level right here, and you enter into a buy, which would be just a very nice trade actually. But because of this level, you see that this is the level that that broke through this and making a change of character. That means this is a place of origin. Price can never reach that level at this moment. No, price will never come to that level again. So the levels that you can use is just this level right here, or if price push down to this level, then you actually use this one right here, right? So let's see what actually happened. So as you can see, price did what? Price just gave us this nice move, right? Look at it. Price had this fake move right here just to pull liquidity from down here, right? And we push all the way up, breaking through this high right here. So that's what I'm just saying. You can use this at the moment. That's it. You are good to go. Your trade is done. You know for sure that we are coming to break this high right here. Even though these are the wicks that just got broken through the high. Well, I actually use a what, a close, right? But you could have been in this trade at this moment. This should have been your setup at the moment. Pretty much simple, right? Could have gotten into this trade just right here. Then you are good to go. Now, your first TP could have been at this high right here, or you actually push it just a little bit higher, right? So your first TP could have been at the break of this what? This structure right here, or at the break of the high. Then you multiply it and you put your second TP right here. If you are entering into three trades like me, you can just advance it, leaving your third trade. I don't actually put TPs on third trades, right? So that's just it. This could have been your what, your entry. This could have been your trade. Now let's see what actually happened, right? So with this, we already know that price is going up. There's no way price is coming back down, right? And even if you hadn't gotten into a trade around this level, with this being broken, you know for sure that that was a what, a break of structure. You could have gotten into a trade, and there was a fair value gap right here. So indirectly, even if you had gotten into a trade here, your stop loss should have been below the fair value gap, right? Simple as that. Now your first TP could have been hit, pretty much easy. Then you wait for your second TP to get hit. Now this is our second TP getting hit. What do we do? Even before our second TP get hit, when our first TP gets hit, we do what, we pull our price, our levels to what, break even, right? Simple as that. Then we are just waiting to see what happened next, right? It's a very simple thing. Now the third TP, you could have just allowed the trade to go on until you see a what, a change of character, right? Now when you see a change of character, then you do what, you get out of the trade. Pretty much simple. With me, this right here is my change of character right here. If you pull this, let's see how, if price has actually broken through it right there. So when we pull this, let's see, price just came to it and actually respected it, but it did not break through it. So you still could have been in this trade until you see a proper what, change of character, right? So that's just it. A pretty much easy and pretty much nice what, trade. You could have been in this nice trade on what, Wednesday, right? Now let's go to Thursday and see what actually happened. So Thursday was easy and not easy, right? Why did I say that Thursday was easy and not easy? Because we had a news on during the 714 method, right? Um that was after the 714 method, rather. We had a news that actually pulled price all the way up, right? But it was a very nice trade though. And if you had known, or if you have been doing a trend analysis, you would have gotten a much better trade even after the 714 method trade, right? So let's see what happened on Thursday. Obviously, a lot of people will not still do what, trend analysis, or it's not a big deal. Just do something to represent something, right? So when we look at the high, that's what Wednesday actually broke through, or that was Tuesday. I can't actually tell, but I actually had it on my distance, right? So I had it like something like this. I had these two levels that I actually did what? Where's Monday's level? So this was Monday around this level. We got nice trades, sniper entries from them, and this was Tuesday's level, right? We actually got sniper entry right here too. So this was my destiny, right? So I had these two levels drawn on my chart right here. So I know for sure that price wasn't reaching this high right here. So indirectly, price is actually coming down, right? And when we break through this level, because this right here was a very strong level, we came here, tested it once before we broke through it, came back here, it gave us this nice sniper entry around this level, right? So we know for sure that price was trying to come all the way back to this level. And there's a likelihood that we'll push just a little bit up or we'll push all the way up from here. So that was just it for the trend analysis, right? That was just it for the trend analysis. And if you are using this simple trend as well, you can still understand that we are in a downtrend because I mean price came all the way down from this level right here, pushed all the way up into this level right here, right? Then we have our break of structure right here. So our change of character rather right here. And price is now pushing all the way down, as you can see, pushing all the way down without going up, right? So indirectly, price did what? Change another character right here. And we had a push to inside this level that got the change of character, right? So as you can see, this is the level. Price just came all the way up to is 61%, right? So now we are pushing all the way down. So indirectly, we are still in the downtrend, right? Now, what do you do or how do we enter into a trade during the what or after the 714 method? You know, when you look at the 714 method on Thursday, actually, we're in a an uptrend. And it was pretty much simple because the uptrend just gives us a very nice a trend line, right? So let's look at this. Sorry, let's look at this. It was just on a trend line because when you know how to actually use trend lines, you understand that it was just on a trend line. This was the trend line that it was on. As you can see, we were just on this trend line. We were just moving or pushing just a little bit, right? Before we now broke through it and we fell, right? So we could have already gotten into this trade when we broke through this trend line right here because you know we are in an uptrend and we are going down, right? Pretty much simple. But I actually waited for price to come all the way down and break through this level right here, which was a very, very bad idea. Trust me, it was a very bad idea. I waited for price to come all the way down to this level, break through it before I got into the trade. Eventually, price did do that. If you look at the trade, let me show you this. As you can see, price did do that around somewhere this with this candle right here, but which made my entry so simple and so bad that this was the place that I was just going to get because for me, this right here was price maximum reach, right? Because if we broke through this level right here, we'll be dropping very huge. So you could have already gotten into this trade at this level right here because we just broke through that structure right here, and you could have aimed to do what take profits either at this level or you probably would have broken through here with your second TP, right? So this right here could have been your first TP. Then you maximize it and you get your second TP. So if this right here was your first TP, this should have been your second TP, and this right here should have been your stop loss, and your entry could have been here if you are going to use this trend line that just got broken, right? Or the last low of the trend, which was actually here, right here. So when price broke through it, you still could have gotten into the trade, but I was very I don't know. I don't know what actually happened, but I entered into the trade very wrong, right? Because I got into the trade around somewhere here when this kind of right here broke through this level right here. And this right here was my first TP. My second TP was just somewhere right here. And my stop loss was very huge, right? Because I actually brought it all the way up to this level right here. This was the last support, right? So this was what was happening, or that was the last resistance. So this was my entry right here. If price actually came here and hit my first TP and my second TP, then we see a push all the way up to this level, or just a push all the way up to the next high right here. Then we'll be entering into or breaking through this high right here. We'll be entering into a buy, right? So that was what I was thinking at the moment. But this could have been your entry right here, just around this level right here could have been your entry because you could have already used the break of structure right here, right? So simple as that. Let's see what actually happened. So as you can see, it was pretty simple. I told you that we had news, right? So that was it. Now my first TP and my second TP actually got hit. But if you had kept your second TP right here or your third TP right here, price would have gone all the way back into your entry right here. Now, most of you guys would have rushed and closed the trade, not knowing that that was just a news flare, right? That was just news, so you shouldn't have gotten out of the trade. So that was it. I actually got out of the trade around here, but I was just hoping for price to push all the way up or do what, break through this level right here and now enter into a very big trade, right? And price did not disappoint, right? It did not disappoint at all because we came all the way down and broke through this level. That was when I got into the trade real hard, right? Around this level right here. So we broke through this level, we broke through this, had this retest, and we came all the way down to this level right here. I got into the trade. This was a very big trade. Now, a lot of people don't understand what price does. People just think when you get this type of trades, you enter into it with small loss sizes. No, you don't do that. When you get this type of trades, you enter into it with all you get, right? Or all you can, because it's a very simple trade and it might lead to your what? Um, it might give you a trade that you've never dreamed of, right? So as you can see, it was a very nice trade and price still pushed down all the way down, right? We were still pushing all the way down. Price was still pushing all the way down, right? It was a very good trade at the moment. And yeah, this was very good. I mean, it was the best trade that we had so far. A very good trade from here all the way down. Now, if you're someone who did not actually close your trade just because price had a wick that pushed into it. Now you realize that you could have been into inside this trade from here all the way down to this level, right? Now I've gotten most of this type of trades, but on Thursday I did not actually get this right. So that was just by the way. But you could have been in this type of trade when you push it all the way up. This could have been your entry right here, right? Your stop loss being here, your entry should have been here, and you still could have gotten this huge trade. I did not get it, but it's not a big deal, right? So you still could have gotten this huge trade right here when you look at it. A very nice trade. You could have gotten it if you did not actually close your trade because of that week, right? So that's just it. The 714 method on Thursday was very good, right? I actually got into some small trade on it, but I know you guys got this big one, right? Let's go to Friday and see what's actually happened. So when you look at Friday, you realize that it was a very simple trade. It was a retracement. It wasn't a full blown trade, just a retracement. The 714 method was meant to be a retracement, right? But you see, I've been saying just analyze the trend for at least a little while, but I know for sure that most people wouldn't have done that, right? So let's just see what happened during the 714 method. Then we'll now analyze it, right? So let's see what happened. Now, when you look at it, you realize that we're in a downtrend, right? So on Friday, we were in a very nice downtrend. And that was that if you're in a downtrend, you look forward to being in an uptrend, right? Pretty much simple. But why did I say that this was a retracement, right? Now, let's try our best and analyze that. On Friday, we actually pushed through our Monday's high, right? So when you look at it, Monday's high, it gives us this nice what two sniper entries, which was around this level right here on somewhere Tuesday or something like that, then around this level right here on Thursday, right? So this was this sniper entries that price actually gave us with Thursday, right? With this level right here, price gave us those two sniper entries. Now we eventually pushed through that level on Friday, and price was just trying to do what make a retracement because this level right here, we're just having too many cells. When you go to, was it a 45-minute time frame this thing, right? So let me see, where's the 45 minutes? I don't have it. Let me add the 45 minutes in. So when you look at it, it was a what a 45-minute time frame. What fair value gap that price was just going to push into, right? That was just it. It wasn't any big deal, right? We had this big fair value gap on the 45 minutes. If you look at it, just right after we broke through this level, right? So this was the fair value gap right here that was created, and price was just trying to do what? Just be kind and retrace just up to this level right here, right? So pretty much simple. Let me just change this to somewhere yellow. Okay. So you see, price was just trying to push just a little bit back to this level right here, right? Just this place that we broke through, just retest it and we push all the way down. So if you had known this already, you know that you are not supposed to be in the 714 method for a very long time. You're just supposed to be in it for a very short time. Then you do what you get out of the trade, right? So that was just it. Now, with this being said, what should you have done, right? You just wait for price because the downtrend was very, very fast, right? So you can just wait for a candle to close above this level right here. You get into the trade, right? But knowing for sure that if we get into this fair value gap right here, that 45 minutes fair value, you are getting out of the trade and you are either waiting for price to get all the way back down to this level right here and you enter more cells, or you use that fair value gap as your entry because price will retrace to it, and when we respect the fair value gap then we'll push all the way down, right? So that's just it. You know, we're in a downtrend, we weren't in an uptrend, so even if you're going to use the 714 method, it should have been a short trade, right? So let's see what actually happened after that. Now if you look at it, you see that pretty much simple, price just pushed through it, right? So either you enter into the 714 method, but knowing very well that you'll be getting out if price enter inside here, or you use the reverse method that I've been saying, which is when price is just retracing back into a what? When the 714 method is just going to be a retracement back into a fair value gap. You reverse that. That means you just wait for the retracement and you do what? You enter inside your cell, right? So that's it. But if you're going to use the 714 method, you would have just gotten into the trade at this level because we broke through this level right here. So you could have gotten in just right there, then your stop loss could have been here, but your entry could have been somewhere here, right? But with that, you still know you're entering inside huge, so you still get inside the trade very, very huge, right? With your trade just below this level because this was a strong level that we just broke through, right? Pretty much simple, and you wait for price to just push into it. As you can see, price push into it. Now you could have gotten out of the trade with the 714 method because you know that this level is a what? A fair value gap, and price can easily just push all the way down, right? But we were using the what the reverse 714 method. You just do what? Wait for a change of character after price push into the what? The fair value gap right here, which we got the change of character just about right here. Where is it? So this was it just right here, right? So you get into your sell, a very big sell, right? Because you know price has respected this fair value gap and we are pushing all the way down, right? So when this one got broken, that was when we actually got into the trade. So that was when I actually got into the trade, right? So pretty much simple because this was just a retracement. Price wasn't trying to do anything special. It was just retracing just a little bit upright. So you put your what your stop loss just above the what the fair value gap. Your entry after price broke through, you put your entry, then you push all the way down, right? There was this level right here. I don't want to push all the way back and search for it. But yeah, let's just do it right. So we broke through this level right here, retested it right here, and we are kind of just making a build up around this level, right? So that's a place that's what price could actually push to because this level was very, very strong, right? So what do? You just mark your level. It's not a big deal. You just mark your level, and you obviously know that price might actually push down to it. So that's where you are thinking of what's getting out of the trade because this was a very nice trade. So this should have been your entry just around this level. Pretty much simple, right? And when you look at it, price actually pushed all the way down, right? Now we had some little bit of consolidation around this level right here. But that was it. It was a very good trade. You could have taken your first TP around this level right here. Then If you were going to maximize this, your second TP could have gotten hit around somewhere here, right? So if this is our first TP, let's just use our imagination. This could have been our second TP, and our third TP could have still be running, right? So you see how simple it is. A very nice trade, obviously. So you could have left your third TP to just run for a couple of minutes, and when it hits that level, as you can see, price actually came to that level right there. When it hits that level, you do what? You get out of the trade, right? So that's why trend analysis is very, very important. When you analyze the trend, you know what is happening at a particular moment, right? So when you look at my trades on what, sorry. So when you look at my trades on what last week, you end up realizing that I have these three major levels, right? That made everything very, very simple for me. One, this was our point of origin of this big what long uptrend, right? So when you look at it, let me just remove this. They are not important, right? So the whole week, those three levels were just the levels that was very good for me because when you look at it, this was our point of origin, right? For this uptrend right here. This right here was our point of origin right there, right? And this was our Monday's high right here. This right here was our Tuesday's high. So those three levels were just the levels that actually did everything for me because on the Tuesday high, we actually came back to it as well. If you had traded, you realize that we got a sniper entry from that level as well, right? So when you look at it, you see that everything just becomes simple for you. Now, when you look at the trend from a bigger view like this, you get your trend analysis and everything so simple that you are just going to be entering into nicer trades, right? When you look at it, we came back to this level right here, right? This is our point of origin. Came back and retested it. We came back to the third time, tested it, went pushed just a little bit up and we broke through. You know that we are pushing all the way down, right? And if we are pushing all the way down, where are our points of what resistance? Where will price resist to go down much further? You know that is this level right here, right? Because we had a sniper entry right here, we had a build up right here, and this was a very nice high. When price did that, we pushed all the way up, entering into a very super good trade here. We pushed just a little bit up to this level right here. I was very close to my other trade that was here actually, but it was at break even. You see that we came all the way down, we broke through that level too. Now you know that which place is our next target. You know that our next target is here. You enter into your trade very huge around this level right here, or with that fair value gap, you enter into your trade with a 7-1 formatted here, and you push all the way down to this level again. That's how simple it is. Now, when you look at this, you just understand a very simple concept about it. So most of the times, if you are not getting the trade very well, just try your best and zoom out, right? Zoom out and look at the chart in a very big way, right? When you look at the chart in a very big way like this, you see that everything will come to points, everything will come to place. You find out that these are your swing highs right here, for instance. You find out that these levels right here are your swing highs. Let me just use this. So we find out that these levels right here are your swing highs, right? Pretty much simple, pretty much easy, right? And you also find out that these levels right here are your swing lows, right? When you look at this level right here, this is a swing low right here, right? Yeah, this level right here is also a swing low, right? Pretty much simple. This is another low right here that just got taken, a bigger low, much more bigger low, a high, another high. You see, when you do this, you find the trades to be very, very simple. So if we push all the way up from here, from there all the way to this level, we retrace to this level right here. You know, if price is pushing, right? Price is going to push all the way through. We are going to break through this level right here. So when you look at the trend from a bigger view, you understand this very, very simple, right? Now, my trading view is quite messy. I don't know if you can see it, but let me see if I can pull it up. You see that I have this type of setup, this same type of setup. Yeah, so when you look at it, you see that I had that same type of setup, right? Now, this was the 7-1 formatted trades. It was just some small trades. I just wanted to highlight it for you guys. So you can see that apart from the 714 method trades, we actually got this nicer trade here, this nicer trade here. And when the 714 method got up to this level, we sold all the way down to this level right here. And as you can see, we hit that level just down here. And today, what am I doing? I'm actually buying because I think price is just going to push a little bit up. I just wanted to push a little bit up, even though we are at this level, right? I just wanted to push a little bit, probably to this level, and we'll drop again, right? Trying our best to reach this level right here, right? So that's just how it is, a very simple trade. Now, just try your best and start analyzing trends. You understand it's much, much more better, right? That's just it for the day. I'll see you guys in the next video.